Unleash your potential. Unleash your potential. Reach for the stars. Electric dreams align. Show them who you are. Unleash your potential. Yo, 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 let's go. One, two, three. Unleash your grow. Embrace the vibe. Set it free. Your potential unlocked. Just believe. Psychedelic journeys, hearts aligned, step into the future, greatness redefined. Unleash your potential, set your dreams free. In a world of stars, become who you want to be. Stand tall in the storm, embrace the rain, ride the wave of success, break every chain. Welcome to Expanding Your TPO. Unleash your potential. Yo, 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 let's go. One, two, three, unleash and grow. Embrace the vibe, set it free. Your potential unlocked, just believe. Unleash your potential. Unleash your potential, reach for the stars, electric dream. Good morning. Thank you that you joined us for another edition of the show, Unleash Your Potential on Kings 88.5. Hope you have a wonderful time throughout the night and you are energized, you are spirited, you are upbeat to get your life going by unleashing your potential. Understand my address. Embrace the vibe, set it free, your potential unlocked, just believe. Psychedelic journeys, hearts aligned, step into the future, greatness redefined. Unleash your potential, set your dreams free. In a world of stars, become who you want to be. Stand tall in the storm, embrace the rain, ride the wave of success, break every chain. The ladder to success isn't that easy. Don't live with the illusion that success, or climbing the ladder of success, is a walk in the park. It's easy. Life in its entirety, it is never easy. You get nothing on a silver platter. You've got to put yourself to work, and that comes with believing in who you are, knowing yourself, the ability you got, the readiness to get out, and the conviction to achieve. Every and anything is possible in life. There isn't anything that is not possible. Everything is possible. It is only impossible when you resign within yourself that it is not. And once you reach that point of the impossibility. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You will not. You have to, and then it will unveil itself. That's what it is. Everyone on the earth got the ability, got the potential, got the vision, got the decision, got just everything to get you leading a life that you charter for yourself. No one can charter a life for you. You charter your own course of life or your life. So we thank you. Thank you so much. Every one of you. Hope that you are good. Yes, I know that you are. I can see, I can tell that you are spirited, you are energetic, you are alive, you are just refreshing in yourself with the life potential you got. So thank you again that you joined us for Kings FM 88.5 Weekend Motivational Talk. Unleash your potential. We are excited that you can join us for another motivation, as it requires of all of us to get motivated because we've got everything. Uh, the first thing first this morning, if you are sad, if you are worrying, if you aren't upbeat, well, no one can do that for you. You have to come alive, bring yourself up, get yourself being happy. Everything is unto you. Feeling sorry or sorrowful, worrying can do nothing. If it will ever do anything, it is in the negative. You might encounter a problem, and that problem might be something that you wouldn't be in the position to bear. It is against that backdrop that God was psychological in Matthew 6 when he asked not a rhetorical question, but a straight jacket question. Can the many worries increase your stature? When he said, can the many worries add a single stature to your life? That means if you are shocked by your height and the many worries that you put on, feeling sorrowful, complaining, draining from within, can it increase your length? Can it make you tall? Does it have any strength, any ability? No. So you need that worry. Every morning, just get up and say, God, thank you, I got life. And this is your life. And you've given me the potential. Now I'm setting out. You go ahead of me, set everything. I am ready to get into action. Yes. It is against that backdrop that this morning we talk. Luck helps those who help themselves. Luck helps those who help themselves. Thank you again for joining in on Kings FM Motivational Talk. Unleash your potential. Thank you so much. We appreciate all of you. You are so great. You're so massive. You're so extraordinary. Great people you are. But before we get started with this lecture, we will do our usual recap and then we get into the talk for today. But before we get started, let's say a blessed, happy, joyous pre-birthday to one of us, one of our kind, Newton Tucker, who will be celebrating his birthday on the 9th of this month, October 9th. Newton Tucker celebrates his birthday on the 9th of October. You want to identify with him, you want to wish him well, you want to bless him. His birthday comes on the 9th of this month. Let's do a short recap of last week's lecture. Then we move on with this day lecture. Last week, what was it? What did we talk last week? What was the motivation? Can anyone remember? Yes, no. All of you know that. You people take note every weekend. That's good. Should one depend? Should one depend on himself entirely? Should one depend on himself entirely? Wasn't it last week lecture? Yes, that's it. Should one depend on himself entirely? And what was the response? Did we get answer to that? Yes. And the answer was just the three letters word, yes. One should depend on himself to improve his life because self-reliance fosters inner strength and confidence for one's destiny. And we'll look at some ways by which you can do that, climbing the ladder of your destiny by unleashing your potential, knowing who you are, believing in yourself only, not another person. Know what you want to be and achieve, and it is possible. Know the possibility is with you, not with the next person. With that, you get into action by unleashing your potential. Unless you can trust yourself and not another person, you will not start anything in life. Your ability or potential is what unlock your prosperity by giving you the life you want or that goal you set out for yourself. No one believes in you, then you can believe in yourself. No one believes in you, then you can believe in yourself. If another person should believe in you, you should give them the reason to believe in you. Others will only see the need to help you when you can convince them with the why they should come along. We also talk about being proactive, which the same we are saying. Take small step, small action first, and then with it, be aggressive, be progressive. You don't need to achieve perfection overnight. It is not possible. No one does that. No one achieves that. No, everything is gradual, isn't sudden. It is not like the rapture. Instead of waiting on others for change, make your own move. Make your own move. You got the problem, and that problem is for you and you to solve. Every problem means there is a solution. When you got a problem, it means there is a solution. If you got no problem, then it means there is no solution. So, in a nutshell, when you got a problem, worry not over it. Don't tremble. Don't try to fend it off. Just position yourself because there is a solution. Anytime you have a problem, know that there is a solution. That is the reason why you got the problem. Problem cannot overcome you. If problem overcomes you, then it means that you do not have solution. Naturally, you do. Supernaturally, rather, you do. But naturally, you will think that you don't have. You do have. Be strong, we said, as you do and you will face difficulty. It's not going to be a walk in the park, whatever you want to achieve in life or whoever you want to be. Certainly not. It is not possible. God didn't create the world and the people that way. Keep focused. Don't give into distraction. It comes naturally and situationally. Distraction. You have to be keen of that. Watch yourself, your surrounding, your environment, your interaction with people. Your goal may be very a well thought out one and achieving, but your environment can create a distraction. You yourself can create a distraction. You can put asunder to your own goal you want to achieve. Most often, when you attend wedding, like wedding, wedding ceremonies will be taking place today, you hear the pastor say, "What God has joined, let no man put asunder." So the pastor understanding and that of the people making up the congregation, people from outside are the ones who cause confusion, who create problem, who create uneasiness for the two people. So they understand asunder to mean extender only. But no, it simply means miscalculation, undesirable decision, anger, temper tantrum, refusing to listen, and on and on. The married man can put asunder to the marriage. That means by the decision he takes. The married woman can put asunder. The two of them can be obstacle to their own journey. I use this to tell you that everything you want to do, you have to guide against distraction. It comes naturally and situationally. You will also take into consideration you can create your own distraction. You can be a distraction of your own goal. Too many people have had that, and they needed people who were futuristic, who could identify the problem, and they did, and they helped them out by telling them, this is your problem. You thought this way, you acted this way. So you created your own block. You created your own blockade. You were the obstacle. Now do this, do that, do that. And when you do, you're going to get out. And they did and got out. Don't blame people entirely whenever things aren't working well with you in life. Don't ever do that. You sit, you give yourself a careful, deep dive thinking, and you will have a solution. And we concluded with the balance of self reliance and support. What that means is why self dependence is crucial. It does not mean you should never ask for help. Why self dependence? Self dependence means depending on yourself. A balance has to be struck, and that balance is as much as it is significant, it is key, it is good, it is something that you ought to do, but you will also need help. Simply, no man is an island. Everybody needs everybody, but you have to take the first step. If anyone should align or identify or comes along and help you build personal capability, which said where you can move through situations of different kinds, but you are still open to asking for assistance when it is truly and really needed. You can. Yes. Short recap of our law talk last week. This week, let's talk luck helps those who help themselves. Luck helps those who help themselves. Write it down, please. I gave you a few minutes, a few seconds to do that. Luck helps those who help themselves. Thank you again, those of you who just joined in. Thank you. This is Kings FM 88.5 Weekend Motivational Talk. Unleash your potential. Luck helps those who help themselves. This talk for this morning comes from the proverb. If you are a person who reads proverb, it gives you opener into life. It presents life in a whole new different way, and you see life from different angles, and you see some of your mistakes, you see your success written in every other thing. Proverbs are sayings of the now and the future. Luck helps those who help themselves. What is luck? We can get started without looking at it. What is luck? Let's firstly look at it. What is it? Well, it means success or failure brought by chance rather than one or through one's action. Success or failure brought by chance rather than through one's action. It is also described in different ways by people depending on the situation which you have encountered. If you haven't, well, I think along the way as you go with your life, you will experience. Yeah, some of the descriptions of luck as it is described culturally by people: blessing, break, godsend, opportunity, prosperity, success, and on we can go. Someone not playing, not working for anything, along the way sees $2 or $3 hundred note, and that person takes it, and the person goes and tell other people, you get expression like this, man, ah, my blessing, this day part, my day lack. And then the friend asks, what happened? Why are you so excited? Man, I was walking, you know, that God just said it for me. People blessing can come different ways. People can say your blessing on your feet. We're discussing now because she found 300 United States dollars, but she didn't plan for it. She did not even think of it. Nothing, absolutely. But just moving out, she comes across it. So she considers it a blessing. You hear expression like this for the men will say break. The man is explaining to his friend. And then his friend responds, Doctor, you made a break. That's a break, doctor. That's how it is described. Another expression say, oh, that God sent it for you. That God sent it for you. Just imagine everybody passing to that place. They didn't see that money. You go there and see it. That God blind everybody eyes. That's what you hear people say. God blind everybody eyes and just keep it for you. But it wasn't. The person didn't plan for it at all. The person didn't plan. They called it opportunity and they considered it prosperity. They consider it success. Those are but few of the many descriptions I gathered from people on luck, how they describe luck. They consider it blessing, break or breakthrough, blessing, opportunity, prosperity, and success. Well, luck is part of life. Everyone needs luck, but not everyone gets lucky. But everyone needs luck. There is a difference between blessing, luck, favor, breakthrough, and all of those words. Put all of them together. Luck isn't part of any of the characteristics, the plan of God. Luck isn't part of it. No. But luck comes when you are ready and God sees that you are ready. And then He creates the atmosphere. But luck isn't part of God's plan. But luck is part of life. With luck on your side, you are more likely to achieve success when you take initiative by putting in effort. When luck, with luck on your side, you are more likely to achieve success when you take initiative by putting in effort. Luck is not planned. Luck is not planned. Luck is not planned or not a plan. Luck is not planned. You can't work out luck. No way you can work out luck because it is not but that which happens to a person suddenly or by error. You do not plan. Do you plan that I am walking, I'm going down the road, and when I get at the intersection, I am going to see 100 US on the ground? It will be this way by position, and this person will pass, not seeing it. Car will come and roll over it with the driver not seeing it. Do you plan like that? No, nothing. Luck isn't planned. Luck is sudden. You need luck, and everyone needs luck in life. But you must firstly get into it or into action if luck should come your way. Luck does not come when you are passive. Just like Malcolm X would say in one of his public addresses, if you develop a sit down attitude, you get a sit down result. Life is with luck, not without luck. Life is with luck, not without luck. It is not automatic or sudden, but it comes with stepping out. It is not automatic, it is not sudden, it is not a rupture, but it comes with stepping out. Anything passive, you're not going to get luck. Taking action and not waiting passively for things to happen could get luck coming your way. If you took action, not waiting passively for things to happen for you, there is every likelihood that luck will come your way. If you if you are a football fan and if you follow the press conferences of the coaches, the players, they are ready for the match. They prepare for the match. And along the way, you will hear them say, we hope to have the luck. We hope that we can get luck on our side. What that means, they're not saying that they have defeated themselves or the captain or the coach is saying he has defeated himself, but rather they have planned to step out. And when you plan, ready to get out, some kind of luck comes your way. So they will simply be saying that this is part of life. Luck is part of life. though it's not part of God's plan. But if you get into action, God comes along to help. And everyone in life needs luck. But that luck is not when you're doing absolutely nothing. Preparation plus luck meets opportunity. Preparation plus luck meets opportunity. Did you get it? Preparation plus luck meets opportunity. When you prepare, there's the luck and the opportunity. You'll be lucky. Luck is where preparation meets opportunity by preparing and working, and one opportunity for a good life strikes. Bam, is before you. Here are some examples I should share with you of the expression luck helps those who help themselves so that you understand it good. Say a student who studied diligently, prepares for an exam, and then receives an unexpectedly high score. Here is it. The high score being the luck that rewarded the student preparation by self help effort. Did you get it? You are a student and you put in everything, like Martin Luther King will say, burning the midnight candle. You're studying diligently, not giving into distraction. You are focused on the exam. You're putting every preparation into sitting that exam. At the close of the day, the high score that the student gets is the luck, but that luck came from self-help effort called the preparation. Chance, chance favors only the prepared mind. So we can also say it this way: luck favors only the prepared mind. Here's another example: a man who drowns during a flood, like we've had all around our country, even though not very high to get anybody going down. But let's use this as an example. The man drowns or is drowning in a flood because he is waiting. He is passive. He wants divine intervention. He's hoping on divine intervention, just as Kafka Omer was in one of the lectures I told you about. Waiting for divine intervention, meaning that God should come down, take him off the water, carry him off the stage, instead of attempting. So, as others who move in as rescuers, seeing him making an attempt, put them in the position to help them get him out. Waiting. And you see that in our culture. A person has a problem, but the person has the ability to just get into action, and then luck will come the person way, and the person will solve that problem. But the person will be praying whole day, praying 2 hours, 3 hours, that God should intervene when God has already given the ability. You see that in our culture everywhere. And sometimes the confession comes out like this. And I pray, I pray, I pray. I can't find any solution. I can't see anything. So their understanding is they should be passive, do nothing, don't get out, pray, and just be praying and praying and praying and praying. And as they pray, then supernatural intervention drops. The self help, yes, the self help in the first example. The student then diligently study, create a study schedule, and puts in effort to prepare for a difficult exam. The luck, the student performs exceptionally well, earning a score that is better than he anticipated or expected, or better than most of his peers. The luck is the reward for proactive effort and hard work. Just as hope is to action and not being passive, so is luck to action against waiting or being passive. You have heard this expression. You have heard this expression many times and you've used it many times. God helps those who help themselves. Have you not? You have. Just as I have heard and used to, but not very often. I use that to get myself into action because it explains itself. So let's take it this way: God is the lock, and we want that lock. So, in order to get the lock that is in God's hand, what we need to do is to get it. And just to spiritualize this, everybody, I told you a couple of weeks ago, everybody who God helped, they had to do something. God never helped anybody, both Old and New Testament, without that person doing something first. God creates the lock, and it is you, it is unto you to take. God helps those who help themselves. It is the same as luck helps those who help themselves. It means if God should send luck your way, you should give him the reason to do that. You should give him the reason. If God should send luck your way, you should give him the reason. Convince him. Give him the reason why you should send luck your way or why he should turn himself into that luck for you or create the luck for you. Life is not a walk in the park. Life isn't easy. But life is easy when you are making the most of your five senses. The five senses are not to be used loosely, but constructively. Think futuristic. God never works when you can. Luck helps those who help themselves. Luck is part of life, but luck is not part of God's plan. But you can impress on God to give you luck. Do we have examples of that, Sam Andrews? Yes, we have several examples, both the Old Testament and the New Testament, of people who gave God the reason to create a luck atmosphere. Wasn't his plan? Luck not in his plan, not one of those characteristics. But everybody who saw the need to get luck, helping them out of their difficulty and giving them the life they need, they had to give God the reason. If somebody should help you, you have to give them the reason. That is why people ask, you want me to help you? What you want me to do? What you expect of me? That person is asking not necessarily a doubt about you, but he or she must be convinced And that conviction is this what you would tell him or her to see reason. Anything short of that doesn't work. Luck is part of life, but luck is not part of God's plan. It's not one of those characteristics. But you can give God the reason to create a lucky atmosphere or to give you that way out. Can we spiritualize here for a while, please? I beg you. Talking about luck helps those who help themselves. God helps those who help themselves. If you are sitting and just hoping and worrying, complaining, crying, feeling self sorrowful, not attempting to do anything whatsoever, but that people should feel your pain, your hurt, your sorrow, empathize and sympathize with your cries as they see your tears rolling, you would never, ever, never, ever come out. Again, I should tell you, God does not identify with passive characters. Why he doesn't? Because he gave everybody the potential to unleash. He does not identify with people who cry, people who feel sorry, people who weep. Over the time, I used to hear people, Christians, who say, you have to cry when you have problem. You cry and cry. Even in the Bible, people cry and cry. So many people were doing that, thinking that is the solution. So when they have something, instead of finding solution, they're crying in their room. They move to one person, from one person to another. And most of them didn't get the solution. Cry, as used in the Bible, does not mean what people do today. All of the people who cry, God never show up in their direction. He never leaned in their direction because he didn't tell anybody to cry. Oh, come on, God wouldn't be stupid to tell you just cry and cry when he's the God of everybody, knows how he created everybody with the potential, and then he will make you into a passive character. How is that possible when he created an energetic, progressive, aggressive character with every vision, decision, vow, ability, and then turns around, take all of those things and put in passive nature? He can do that. He's not the God of that. So cry simply means getting into action. In those days when the people cry, they came out weeping from in out the problem into finding solution. Hannah, Hannah had a problem. She needed luck. She got the luck. She got into action. The woman in 2 Kings chapter 4, verse 1 to 7, read that. She had a problem and she needed luck. And she got into action. And what happened? She got the luck coming her way. She got solution. The woman with the issue of blood in Mark chapter 5, 25 to 30 or 34. She had a problem and she needed luck her way. But then she said, look at the situation carefully. Look at it. When I tell you, you wouldn't believe it, but you have to believe it. God does not feel sorry for people who think they should turn themselves into being sorrowful. They should cry. And every other thing, giving the impression And God will turn to them. God never do that. I am using this because it is the same practical life the people had then that we have today. If luck should come your way, you must get into action. Look at it carefully. Watch that scene. If God was that person who just gave into people's sorrowful nature because they cry, they weep, then you wouldn't have seen any situation in the Bible. Everything was going to be just free flow. But here is it. God is telling us why he didn't help the woman all alone. The woman felt sorry, but he wasn't concerned about her sorrow. The woman cried, Mark 5, but God was not concerned about her tears. It didn't move him. The woman, out of frustration, hurt. Out of frustration, rather, she went from doctors to doctors. The same God told us, but he wasn't concerned about that. She spent a lot of money. He wasn't concerned about the amount of money she spent, but he told us that she ran out of money. The same God told us that she went from friends to friends, but he wasn't concerned about that. The same God told us the number of years she had that problem. He was not concerned about the number of years. God has absolutely no time for all of those things. Why was he not turning to that woman? Because he gave her the potential. At the time, she realized she got the luck. And that luck came from getting into action. And all of us know the story. And that's when Jesus turned to her and said, okay, you can go now. You have the luck coming your way. It is well with your soul, meaning your person. You've been restored. Luck helps those who help themselves. And put it this way, luck comes the way of those who get into action. Too many people in our culture, they got luck coming their way by just getting into action. Nothing works for you when you just sit, feel sorrowful, complain, worry, cry, take aid from one friend to another. Nothing, nothing will change. You will just be revolving. You're turning around in the same place. I cannot tell you how many persons suffer that and still suffering that today. And they were advised by people, you got this, get into action, do this, do that. But they still didn't listen. They feel that when they complain, and you need to stop complaining. Stop complaining. Stop saying to yourself, this is not possible. I'm not going to do it. Or life is against me. I can't understand my life. You take it to Sister Cynthia. Sister Cynthia, too, she wants to console you. She's not concerned about your future. So she's not going to tell you this problem you have. It is not something that you can solve. You can solve it. Do this, do this. Sister Cynthia will just empathize with you. Oh yeah, life hard, things very difficult. You see how the country looking, and people can't even understand because already the government, yeah, they already the meeting hard. When Sister Cynthia finished saying that to you, she hasn't given you any solution how to get out of that problem. It stays within you, that hurt. After a few minutes, an hour or two, you care to Sister Deborah. Sister Deborah, too, not going to tell you, oh, look, this is the problem you have listening to you. And you need to do this, you need to do that. Sister Deborah will say the same or similar to what Sister Cynthia said. Ma, that the kind of country we in, oh, things are really working. Oh. We can't understand the country yet. Oh, really? The government here, that Flaka J government, they just lie to us. Sister Deborah saying the same thing. So what are they doing? They are compounding the problem of their sister, and they are not responsible. They are not the one. Sister, she wants a solution and she wants luck. But instead of sitting and putting her thought, giving herself careful thought or thinking about it, she takes it from one end to another, from one end to another. When you take your problem from one person to another, you are not only compounding it, at the close of the day, you will blame them for not helping you out, and you will be wrong for blaming them because everything starts with you. If somebody should help you out, you have to give them reason to help you out by doing something. That's why I opted to use those two that we see there are many, but the clearest and typical of all, Mark 5:25 to 34. God lay out all of the things that she did. Then he gave the years, 12 years. All those 12 years, all those things that she was doing, feeling sorrowful, complaining, taking it to friends, using her money, going from one end to another. He wasn't concerned about all of those things. Why was he not concerned? Because he created her with the potential. And what did she do? Look at, from that very moment she decided to set out, get into action, Lord came her way. That's when he said, you have been made whole. That is an old expression for restoration. You've been restored. You've gone back to your normal self. All of your problem now solved. They couldn't have been solved had you not taken the initiative. That's what he told her simply. Behold, motivate yourself. You got the potential. Unleash it, and you have. Yeah, some other lines, and then we are out. Proverbs 6:10-12. It said, a little sleep, a little sleep, Little, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands, hands, a little folding of the hands. Look at me. Yeah, you fold the hands like this. A little folding of the hands to rest. Then what did he say? He said, and poverty will come on you. And poverty will come on you. And poverty will come on you. A little sleep. Most people, just like sleeping a lot. Every little thing you see it amongst the men, women. Oh, I'm not feeling too well, going to lay down. But you want something to happen for you. You have a plan. You have a goal. You want to change your life. You want your life to go to another level. But you're showing every passive characteristics or not attempting at all, but rather feeling energized to sleep. So, yeah, God, who created all of us, is saying a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you. He went further to say in the same proverb, these are all things of the future. Proverbs, listen, read Proverbs. They are all good. They guide you, they give you a whole new world and a whole new understanding of how to charter your life in the direction that you want it. In Proverbs 12:11, hear what he said. He who walks his land will have abundant food, but he who chases fantasies, you know what fantasy is? Just lose life, not focus, want to be at every entertainment center, all of the pleasures and every other thing, and time going before you realize it, nothing. Proverbs 13:4. What did he say? The sluggard, sluggard, meaning the weak, the don't care, the reckless. The sluggard craves and gets nothing. Craves means hope. The sluggard, the weak, let me put it this way, the weak, the passive, not taking action, but wanting something to happen, gets nothing. Gets nothing. Proverbs 21:31. Hear what he said. The horse, horse, the horse is made ready for the day of battle, but victory rests with the person who is in action. As we conclude this lecture, luck helps those who help themselves. Know that luck is not prayed for. Luck is not prayed for. Don't pray for luck. Luck is not prayed for. Luck is not wait for. You don't wait for luck. Luck is not prayed for. Luck is not wait for. Luck happens for those who unleash their potential. Luck happens for those who unleash their potential. Unless you can, it won't come your way. No, it won't. Look at the woman and look at, you would say God was biased, but he doesn't settle for mediocrity. He doesn't settle for passive behavior. He doesn't settle for feeling self-sorrowful. He settles for people who make effort because he gave each and every one of us the potential to unleash. And unless you can unleash that potential, you will not have it. You can pray. That woman prayed. The woman in Mark, she did pray. Those people during those days were praying people. Were praying people more than we think we are today. But God wasn't listening, ready to act because they were praying. He needed them to do what he gave, the ability he gave them. He said, Hannah prayed. But Hannah was in action. And the Lord came Hannah way, and Hannah got out. There are too many instances. We have the Bible so that we see, because the Bible is our comfort. When you have a problem, the Bible has leadership, it has business, it has military, it has journalism, it has all of those things, all of the disciplines. When you have a problem, you have a leadership problem, you get into the Bible. When you have a poverty-stricken problem, you get into the Bible, you will see solution how to come out of that life. When you have a military problem, you get into the Bible, you see. When you have a journalism or broadcast problem, you get into the Bible, you will see the solution. The way out. The Bible is not exclusively spiritual. It is a book that encompasses all of the disciplines of life, everything that you need to have prosperity in coming out of difficulty. Thank you. We are excited that you can join Kings FM 88.5 for its weekend motivational talk, Unleash Your Potential. We are back next week if God permits. Thank you all for coming on. I appreciate all of you. Get into action. Don't cry when you have a problem. Don't hope without taking action. Help, solution, window of opportunities, window of luck. I should say it this way, windows of luck are out if and only if you can set out, you will achieve, you will get luck coming your way. Too many people got luck by just setting out. Don't cry. Don't worry over that problem. Don't feel sorrowful. Don't feel impressed that when tears coming down, somebody will feel sorry for you. Someone can feel sorry for you, but can't help you out of your problem. You will have to do something. The woman with the issue of blood, she cried. She did shed tears. But God wasn't concerned about her tears. He saw her tears coming down, but he wasn't concerned until she did something. Until she unleashed her potential, then he said, that's it. That's it. You got it. Thank you. We're back next week, if God permits. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. The birthday man, before we go, Newton Tucker celebrates his birthday on the 9th of October. One of us, one of the announcers, yeah. So happy pre-birthday, joyous, glorious birthday, pre-birthday to Newton Tucker as he gets ready to celebrate it on October 9th. Let me say good morning to my dear sister, Orita Sunday Choir. Thank you ever so much for coming on. I appreciate it. And thank you for the pieces of advice and the inspiration. Thank you so much. Hope that you are having a wonderful time where you are. I'm Sam Andrews.
Embrace the vibe, set it free. Potential unlocked, just believe. Unleash your potential.